Hey guys, what's up? It's SETI Mania. So, first off, as you could tell, I don't know if any of you noticed, but this thing is a little bit different. As you can see, it's actually signed by Jeanette McCurdy, Nathan Kress, and I think that's Miranda Cosgroves. I think it is, I'm pretty sure it is. But anyways, you all know, if you follow me on Twitter, or even on YouTube here, that I went to LA basically for vacation, but also because Dan invited me to see the set of iCarly. That was amazing. It was so awesome. Seeing them actually, I gotta tell you that meeting the cast in person and seeing the sets in person is totally different than watching them on TV, because you're actually there. It's like a totally for real experience. It's like you gotta be there to understand it. But it was totally awesome. And when I went there, the day I went there, it was actually like a kids visiting day or something. I'm not real sure how the kids got in or something. I guess they had to make an appointment or something, but because I know you just can't walk in, or you got to be invited or something. But anyways, so there was a lot of little kids there. And actually my friend Cisco Rules 08, she was going to LA the same time as me, so I invited her to come with me. So me and her went to the set, and it was really awesome. And she had met Nathan before when he went to Peoria. So anyways, it was so much fun. But it was really crowded, and it was kind of chaotic. But I did meet Dan, and I did shake his hand. And even though I didn't get to talk to him that day, it was so awesome to just shake his hand and everything. So, the episode, I can't say anything, unfortunately, about the episode. I can tell you, I'm only gonna tell you the title because I know it. It's called I Make a Penny Tea, or I think I Make a Penny Tea, or I Sell a Penny Tea. I don't quite remember which one it is, but you guys are definitely gonna love this episode. It's definitely award-winning funny. Yeah, this is my award that I got in LA. It's not a real one, but it's just there's like tons of gift shops that have these around there. So, anyways, it's super funny, and it's loads of laughs. It's definitely gonna be funny, so you guys are gonna enjoy it. And it was so cool because on the run through, when I first went in with Dev, the first two actors we saw were Nathan and Noah, and they were basically chatting and talking, and Nathan was looking over to the door, and he took a double take when he saw Dev, because he had seen her before, he had met her before, he remembered her, and he ran over to her and she gave her a hug, and then he gave me a hug, and we both started chatting with him a little bit, and Noah came over. He introduced himself. So I mean, that was really cool because we got to chat with those two a lot. And I'll remind you that we two were actually the only teenagers there. There were a bunch of other little kids, so it was really cool. But anyways, the whole run through experience, it was amazing because you watch them do the scenes, and you go from set to set to set to set. It's really crowded, but it's so much fun. And it was so cool because from where I was standing with Dev, watching some of the scenes, Ethan was right next to me. Ethan Monk, and he had Daniela Monnet from Victoria. She was there that day, and Ethan had her going all over the place with him. And he was always right there next to me, and Daniela was right there with him. So it's like I got these two guys here, and I couldn't even speak. But Daniela knew it was me, because I talked to her later on Twitter. She was like, oh yeah, I remember you. So it's like, I said hello to her once, and that was it. Because I'm like, I gotta say guys, I was totally starstruck that day. It didn't sink in until totally later. I mean, it's definitely something that doesn't sink in. It's kind of it's like, oh my god, I'm actually here, and you're looking at the sets and everything, but it's just like, okay, it's cool. And then once you leave, and you're like, oh my god, did that just happen? Seriously, I mean, guys, it's something that's so cool, until you actually get to experience it, and I hope you guys do. I mean, it's really cool. You can't understand it. So, but going to LA and going to the iCarly studio, or Nick Studios I should say, that was a total blast. I hit one of the buttons on my remote, but anyways, because when we first got there, me and Dev actually noticed that the outside part of the outside studio right there in the parking lot is where they shoot Victorious, where they do the lunch scenes where they're sitting around those tables. There are actually tables outside. there that people basically can sit at and eat their lunches. So those tables are really there, basically where you can eat your lunches, and that's where they filmed the victorious lunch scenes. So that's pretty awesome. But seeing the sets was so awesome, and I've got pictures that I'm gonna put that are in my TwitPic that I'm gonna post in the link at the bottom. You can check those out. And I've also, this is some interesting stuff here that I've got in LA. I got this, it's actually a bank, but it's like one of those old film projectors. Yeah, it's really cool. And, but anyways, and also I got the award, you all saw it. And I got this big old Back to the Future fan. I love Back to the Future. You all possibly know that if you follow me on Twitter. And also, I mentioned maybe a while back that when I went to LA, I'd probably find the Ugly Dolls. I was right. I found them at Universal Studios, and I found him. He's Anton. And if any of you know, are big fans of Jeanette McCurdy, you know she's got one of these little characters. I think it's a bigger version, but she takes lots of pics of him and posts them on her TwitPic and everything. He's got two sides. I totally did not know that until someone mentioned it or something. But anyways, that's really cool. So, I definitely just want to say that it was so much fun being there. And actually, that was the Wednesday. I went the Wednesday I was there. That was actually my last day in LA. So the next day I was going to be leaving. So, so what happened was, when I woke up the next morning, my mom was already packing, and we were ready to go, and I got on my laptop, and I saw a tweet from Danny wanting me to come back to the set. Because actually, he didn't really get to talk with me, because he tweeted me later on that Wednesday, that it's like, where did Seti Mania go? I looked and he was gone. And I can post a link to Dan Warp's Twitter, and you can look back through it and see what I mean. And so, it was so crazy. So I begged of my mom, and she pushed back the flight plans. I can never thank her enough for doing that. And we went back to the set. And he was filming a scene for the episode with Jeanette. And so I got to take pics with Jeanette, and I got to hold the actual real remote that she uses. And this is the actual one, and there's only one remote. There's only one. So it was so cool having those pictures taken. But Dan took the pics. And I didn't know what would happen to him, because shortly after that I left. But I got to watch him film a scene, and we talked a little bit. But that was so cool, because I had a headset on so I could hear and everything. It was just so awesome. And it's just something I won't ever forget. And I plan to go back next summer, too, because Dan said I could come back anytime. So, it's really awesome how we're friends and all. But anyways, it was so awesome. And I also got him to sign the blimp. If it's right here, and I'm not gonna move it. Well, okay, I will move it. But I've got a picture of it on my TwitPic I can show you all. But see, look, he signed it. He said, Scott, you're the best. Your pal, Dan Schneider. And so that's like really awesome. This means so much more to me now. And I took it the day I went to the set, and I was gonna get the whole cast to sign it, but like I said, I was totally starstruck and just didn't think. So, but having him sign it, I had my head on that day, the second day I went. But having him sign it is just like more. It's like more. It's something bigger to me. I don't know why. It's just like his signature is like more valuable to me. I don't know why, but he's so awesome. So if any of you guys ever got to meet him, you'd love him because he's an awesome guy. Totally, he's an awesome man and everything. But it was so cool and was so fun, and I'm never gonna forget it. And I can't wait to go back to LA next summer because my mom actually wants to go back because we want to try and go to the beach. And while we're there, we're gonna drop by the set. We'll make plans first, but you know, it's gonna be so awesome. And I can't believe how much fun I had. It's definitely an experience I'm not ever gonna forget. So, I mean, I had lots and lots of fun. Oh, and I need to show you guys this. This is my drawing. As you can see, I love showing this off. I did this at Universal Studios. Had such a blast there. Saw the real DeLorean. That was so fun. And then here is this. It's my autograph. And that's Jerry's signature. The one in red here is Miranda's. That's Jeanette's. And Nathan's is written on his shirt. It says, Scott, piece number 626. And that's what he writes for every signature he gives. And this is also P.S. It was awesome meeting you. I think Miranda wrote that. But anyways, it was just great meeting them all, and they're all such great guys. But I'm going to wrap it up here because my time's almost up. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, City Warriors. Rock on.